What's up guys, Andrew Ace here. I just really cleaned this table up and got my workstation going, and just thought I'd see what you think. Okay, I'll try to focus in here. This is Love and War. I made all the aging of the paper. Jamie Dawes, one of his greatest effects. I added this cool matchbox that has 4 different openings and strikers. These are some shadow boxes with all my wallets. And now we go to a shelf. On top we got some Zener cards. We got 2 marked cards with a symbol. And then underneath that we got some aged ESP Zener cards with the Haunted Doll, or the Doll's Leg by Jamie Dawes, right there in that chest. Got some cards marked The Night Flight, Steve Dilla, Resurrected by Phil Smith and Turner, Past, Present, Future tarot cards, and then The Lovers, also known as What the Tarot Holds by Alakazam. And beneath that, there's a bunch of book tests. There's the unwritten ones. There's 2 on the left. There's 1 on the right that says unwritten. But they're different covers. They're exactly the same though. I got some card stuff over here. That thing, the Guess Who board, used to be on the table, but I took it off because I wasn't using it, and I'm, if anything, gonna do more crafty stuff. And for Christmas, not only have I asked for mental dice from Santa, and I have mental die, but I want, I'm gonna get those stands from Alakazam so you could display them on top, like cinema, Surprise Cinema or something like that, where you see the Netflix on the right. I have these Titanic tarot cards. There you see All About Eve book test, Besieged, and on the, is it the left or the right? Must be on the left. Codename, oh no, it's on the right. Codename Hardwall, right next to Genetics. Then you see Vegas, and then you see Screen Test in a case, and then you see Unwritten and Codename Hardwall, also known as All About Eve. Underneath, you'll see The Evil, Love and War, more Love and War. That's Roxy. She's like exorcist, exercise, whatever. Ava in the Rain. And I made that Sven pet with the Believe voodoo doll. Houdini's Last Trick, Interesting by Peter Egging, another one of my favorite, with bizarre mentalism. And then down here, just some more gimmick decks that I've had. But I have a lot more magic-y stuff, like in this case. Wow. Well, I've had my sound off, and I can't stand politics, honestly. But I turned my TV on, turned the sound off, started cleaning for about a bunch of hours. But the main thing that you see different, if you know my stuff, my setup, is that had the board, which is now back there. So if I want to use that, I pull it forward. But this is a pamphlet, so I could just, roll it up, put it in my pocket, I'm good to go. The coolest thing about the people on here, and this is a dry erase board, which is why I have the expo. So you basically be like, oh, do they have glasses? Is it a male or female, etc.? Typical guess. So this is by Karen Johnson. They take up, the way you see them on the card is the way they look, but in a real size card. So it's cool because it's an enlarged picture. It's not like a tiny little thing where I have those little guess things from Illusionist. It's called Whom, W-H-O-M. But yeah, I got this at the dollar store, believe it or not, and it's for something that I still don't know how to do, maybe because I never really performed for more than 1 or 2 people. I don't know how to make it work with just one person or anything. It's probably not possible, but I know it's been done virtually. So, yeah, thought that would be cool if you guys know. Dollar store, like I said. I got some clipboards ready, wallets, the bit book on the back. It has from SEO Magic, that like dud picture of a Polaroid. You tell them, I want you to hold this, and I don't know why it's a dud, but let's just take it for now. Take a picture with the flash, and then you see Paris, and they're holding it. And then I save that for the end. And I go through the bit book, or I go through Will to Read by Steve Della, another great, which I could actually use some help from, because Steve, I forgot 1 or 2. Oh, that's a little creepy. Holographic. But yeah, I kind of just forgot some of the way it goes in and out. I forget time to time, I don't know why. But the Doll's Leg, I would say, is probably my most favorite right now of Jamie's and of all the Bizarre Magic. I do love Love and War so much. This is the parlor version. I also have it here in this is my Bizarre case. This is all different stuff. Unmasked. This is Inner Murderers. I'm actually, Staples is right now creating postcards for me. Thank you to Roy. Till Death is my newest to practicing. Here, Scream. Houdini's Last Trick by Peter Egging. He's not here. This is The Deceased to Return, the newest one with the collector wallet. Okay. I'm getting my second one of these I've been waiting for, because this one has a hole on the back that is very tiny, but you have to see it when I take the envelope out. But that's been taken care of. So I'm getting a third one though for the Zener cards, because Jamie released a picture of showing what he did with his initials, and on the back the wavy lines, and then the gentleman's logo. Love and War, the Polaroid version. I love this so much. It's just really, I would rather this, and I think Jamie agreed too. But like on the back, it talks about war here in the Age newspaper I cut up, and I made this newspaper like this, and then on this side says White House announced the war is over. So then when he comes back, she's not there, but you know, they were happy ever met. This is Unmasked. No, this is The Evil by Nyman. This is Freak by Dave Forrest. I put it in this bag. This is the original Deceased, which I don't know if I should keep in here. He's in here, I said. Scream. Heroin. This is The Collector. So I'm waiting for the second wallet, and I'll put that one in. But I was thinking of putting destinations in, because now, like, the Vegas has the new suite, executive suite that matches Vegas, so you can do your Vegas routine with executive suite. And everyone I'm sure wants to go to Vegas. Some butterfly spider effects from the app, Cockroach, which would go good. I have, by the way, I want to do a routine. I made this myself a while ago. I glued every single card, and it looks pretty good, right? Like a real deck. And I'll like tell them to. I'll turn around, have them sign their card. I'll be like, go ahead, put your card in, and then it won't obviously go in because it's, you know, it's a dud. It's a gag. So then I left, turn around, then I take out this, the ominous deck. Okay, this is one of my first things I got. But like I said, I don't do magic. But being that this is a little scary, maybe I would do this as a regular card thing. So, like, if I went from that dud to this, then all of a sudden I go to this, where it's an Omni deck, and they go, where did the spider go? And then I put it under their hand, okay, like the My Pet Boris kind of a thing, but without the app, so they don't know. But you also have a card on top, so it looks like the real deck. But I don't know where to put their card, like, I'm confused. This is also Trudeau Voodoo by Liam. I have the pocket version and this Polaroid version. And then, so after the Ominous deck, into the Omni deck with the spider on their hand, they freak out. And then at the end, I still have time to turn around once more and pull out the Phantom deck, which is basically the Omni deck, but in sheets of 52 or so, by Joshua J. So, Vanishing Ink. But I'm sure you guys know the Phantom. Every card turns clear. So, usually, like, their card could be in the middle of all these clear cards, and they like shuffle and spring so nicely. Reminds me of the Night Flight decks by Steve Della. But yeah, I have all these different, creepy kind of things that I never touched. But yeah, if you guys have any idea of, do this to this, then switch this deck, then turn around, do that. But I don't know, like, you gotta have a card on top. You can't just put their card on top of that. And I want their card to end up in the middle of the, maybe if it's like a duplicate, it can end up in the middle of the end, where it's like just the sheets of plastic card. So, that's that. Okay. So next time, I'm looking for Till Death. Is that what this is? And that's green. This is it. Right. A lot of paranormal stuff, honestly, and that's because this year I did not buy a lot of magic. Everything you see is Alakazam related, really, or Jamie Doss. So that's, except for my Christmas stuff. There's some stuff from Alakazam and some stuff from Penguin, my two favorite places. But no, nothing beats the community like you guys. So, alright. Close this. Good to go. Alright, and let me know what you think. This is the craft side. I got more room because I took off this box that was here. So, and just so maybe I'll give you a surprise, you can see what it looks like all lit up here before I end this video. Let me hit the lights, and that's out for the night. Here we go, ready? 1, 2, and there we go. So, how nice is this to sit up and work with this kind of, it's just beautiful. I worked very hard. These are all the Zenra cards I've owned, and everything is just, I'm looking at Alakazam products. Oh, and Celebrity Presage, the best book test in my honest opinion. However, because it goes well with this one, it goes well with Guess by Kieran Johnson that I was talking about. So, and the reason is, they have the same celebrities on there if you have the extra V gimmicks in the Celebrity Presage, or whatever you want to say. Sorry if it's blurry. Okay. Now you see how it looks cool down there. That guy, that picture, watch, if I move, he's gonna turn. It's holographic. See, there he goes to his skull face. It's hard to see him. Yeah, it's hard to see. There it is. No. So, any questions? And I would happy to answer. The top right, that dot, that is the ESP test kit by Steve Cook. That is Darkwave ESP on the top left. Symbol. Everything is marked that's up here. These are all good tricks lined up on this main area. Genetics, MSP, the pro stock. I never really learned those honestly, but I know their photos great stock, and it's just like the memory. But the memory, the gallery, I should say, is more to me. The gallery is more dark and ominous, and I like that. And I found with the pro stock, it was just as good of a picture job, but it didn't have that. It didn't have the, like, you know, the kind of. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. It had more of an ominous tone, like I said, to the gallery. The other one, Pro Stock, was more of everyday items or activities, which is not bad, but that really isn't my forte. As you can see, I'm really changing to you know, not dark magic, but I guess you could say that if you want to. But really, paranormal stuff. I want to focus on all that kind of magic. And by the way, if I open this up, look at all the crap. Tons and tons. I can't see whatever is, but that's just a piece, and there's some more stuff over there that I have to. Honestly, I have a lot of sorting out to do, but everything is like a different project in different folders, and working hard, guys, and you know, collecting different you know, actual craft tools, and I have so much extra stuff. I'll leave it at this. There's this book, if I can open it. It has all these really cool patterns. So check this out. It's like, this is a typewriter, and it has like this, it's too dark to see, but it's just, it's so cool, to, like, I want to make cards, typewriter, and they're not stickers, and this is upside down too. That's like the Constitution kind of thing. So I'm just trying to see if there's polka dots. Ooh, the map. A lot of neat stuff you could do with this book. But yeah, that I'm using right now for the clown. Jamie Dawes, the clown trick. Interesting, right? It's really vintage, all this stuff. So that's cool. But this page I ripped out because I'm going to use that as the inside of my clown for the Pennywise photo. And I got some word search stuff. I use Mental Pen, but I have it. I don't really like it, honestly. It's not reliable. I can just switch a Sharpie if I wanted, something like that. But got my just regular wooden boards. People told me all the time, my electronic stuff, even though it's cool and you're writing on it, and then all of a sudden it's like a boogie board if you've seen them at like Best Buy or your tech shop. And then I have them, I could just show you, but you know what I mean. You just draw with a little stylus and then it shows up. But it really, it doesn't, it's not good. You want it to be simple and real, especially, this is for my book tests. So, you know, most of my book tests, except All About Eve, which I'm not shedding any harshness on All About Eve. But I'd put it in the same category as presage, because you're using wiki test ability words. They do give you that information for presage. It's just the system is entirely different from both books, but I'm saying I put them together in the sense that you can flow one into another because they're different, and they both are solid effects. But I feel like All About Eve was my first really start into book tests, which honestly isn't a good way to start. I think you should start out with something more affordable. I think everyone would agree, even Steve. But you know, it is difficult if you are new into magic and you want to do a book test. I feel like you'd be better off downloading Booked by Steve Valentine and make something, and then you'll understand about how the process works. And then you know, find out about Alakazam, the greatest company, and then order Steve's Will to Read. Get familiar with that book test and the words, and then you buy All About Eve. So that's my suggestion. I'm not trying to hate on anything or put in the last. I love these two, Common Sense and Inked. Yeah, I'm not trying to put any of those two on a bad thing rep. I'm just saying, like, I think it would be a good way to go about learning them versus getting like celebrity presage, where you have too many system and things that are going on. It's going to be difficult. But this Wicca book here is also Spineless by Chad Long. I made it. I just forgot how to do the prophecy move. I love Darkwave ESP by Adam Cooper. It's got a marked box, obviously, but you got to really practice with someone because you need to read the markings and you have to ask questions because it's live. It's live kind of getting information. So it's not like before, where it's not like that marking tells you everything, because it's an advanced ESP test, basically, because you get the shape, you get the word, you get the shape on the top, then you get an image, and then you get a word on the bottom. There could be something else that I'm not aware of, but I'm pretty sure it's just that. So, it's just, and you'll know if it's a red card or a black card because it's said. So, alright guys, and this is my really hurt voodoo doll. So someone gotta think of who this is going to. Got this at Spirit Halloween, and I pinned him pretty bad. I would open up the doll's box. You would see how I created it. I can't wait to show you guys, and I'll do a performance of it. But for now, I'm still, getting this area together, learning some of the new stuff. Christmas is going to be crazy with the penguin sale I got. And I'm not promoting it, I'm just saying that's what I got. I know other people got things from other places too. But I also am looking forward to the Alakazam. My sister's getting me the new Vegas edition executive suite, so that's going to be a lot more better for my set to do. So yeah, let me know guys. I also found this bill, Jamie, if you're watching. I thought, it would go with the story, walking into the shop, that whole thing. But I don't know, always trying to add something with some flair and flavor. But let me know guys. Till next time, I am out. Goodbye from Red Ivory Recordings.